Sophia had been happily married to her high school sweetheart, Daniel, for 6 years. They had built a beautiful life together in the suburbs with a comfortable house and good jobs. But things took a drastic turn when Daniel had to leave for a business trip to Europe. As a stay-at-home mom, Sophia had her hands full taking care of their 2-year-old daughter, Lily. But she was looking forward to Daniel's return as she missed him terribly. Little did she know that her life would come crashing down in his absence. One day, while scrolling through social media, Sophia noticed a friend request from a man named Marcus. She had no recollection of ever meeting him, but curiosity got the better of her and she accepted the request. They started chatting, and before she knew it, she was sharing intimate details of her life with him. What started as innocent conversations soon turned into an illicit affair. Sophia was drawn to Marcus's charm and flattery, and she found herself confiding in him more and more. They even made plans to meet while Daniel was away. But their plan was cut short when Daniel returned unexpectedly. Sophia was filled with guilt and ended things with Marcus, hoping to salvage her marriage. But the damage had been done. Daniel had suspicions about her behavior and confronted her. Sophia broke down and confessed everything, begging for forgiveness. Daniel was devastated. He couldn't believe that his loving wife had betrayed him. But what hurt him even more was the fact that she had cheated with an African-American man. Daniel had always considered himself a progressive, open-minded person. But the thought of his wife being with another man, let alone a black man, tore him apart. Feeling humiliated and betrayed, Daniel asked Sophia to leave and told her he needed time to think. Sophia moved in with her parents and cried herself to sleep every night. But she was also worried about her unborn child. She was 4 weeks pregnant when she found out about Daniel's trip. She didn't know if the child was Daniel's or Marcus's. Days turned into weeks, and Sophia's calls and messages to Daniel went unanswered. She was terrified of losing her husband, the love of her life. She couldn't bear the thought of raising her children alone, let alone the possibility of her child being half-black. But Daniel was not ready to forgive and forget. He felt betrayed, not only by Sophia but by his own beliefs. He couldn't wrap his head around the fact that his wife, who he thought was perfect and faithful, had cheated on him. He couldn't understand how she could have feelings for someone else while he was away working hard for their family. Determined to seek revenge, Daniel approached a lawyer and filed for divorce. He also made sure to spread the word about Sophia's affair, causing her to lose contact with many of her friends. She was alone and scared, with no job and a child to take care of. As the divorce proceedings continued, Sophia's mental and emotional state deteriorated. She couldn't eat or sleep, constantly in fear of losing her family and not knowing what the future held for her. Finally, the day of the court hearing arrived. Daniel and Sophia sat at opposite ends of the room, their lawyers ready to present their arguments. As the judge started the proceedings, Sophia's lawyer revealed her pregnancy, which stopped Daniel in his tracks. He was stunned and conflicted. He had never wanted to hurt an innocent child, but he also couldn't find it in his heart to forgive Sophia. The judge suggested a DNA test to determine the baby's paternity, to which both parties agreed. The results came back, and it was confirmed that the child was Daniel's. He was relieved yet still hurt and angry. The judge then gave them a chance to reconcile, to which Sophia begged for forgiveness and promised to do whatever it takes to make things right. After much contemplation, Daniel decided to give their marriage another chance. He realized that Sophia's infidelity was a mistake, and he didn't want to lose his family. After all, they had been through so much together. In the months that followed, Daniel and Sophia went to couples therapy and worked on rebuilding their trust and communication. They also welcomed their second child, a daughter, and named her Grace. Daniel was in the delivery room holding Sophia's hand as she gave birth, and he was overcome with emotion when he saw his daughter's beautiful tan skin. As Sophia held her newborn daughter, she felt a sense of peace and a renewed love for her husband. She knew that she had hurt him deeply, but she was determined to make things right and prove her love and loyalty to him. Their marriage was not perfect, but they had learned to communicate and forgive. They also taught their children the importance of accepting and valuing people of different races and cultures. And as the years went by, they became a stronger, more understanding, and more loving family. In the end, the revenge that Daniel sought turned into forgiveness and a second chance at a happy life with his wife and children. Sophia learned from her terrible mistake and vowed to never let her insecurities and bad decisions hurt her family again. Together, they overcame the challenges and built a stronger, more resilient bond.